A very good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss three important topics that are related to information security, best practices for data security, what are virtual private networks, and any other like information technology, security technology, firewalls, etc. So today we all know that almost every organization depends on digital data. This may include personal information, financial records, passwords, customer details, research data, and confidential business information. So, therefore, protecting data from these unauthorized access, modification, theft, and loss, these are very important uh, things to be kept in mind. So, data security is not achieved by only using one technology. So, we need security practices as well as security technologies. So, let us focus first on what are data security practices, the best practices for data securities. So, as we see, the best practices that are listed are using strong passwords, that is multi factor authentication. So, what is this strong password and multi factor authentication? So, first, we know that the passwords should be difficult to guess, and multi factor authentication, we know that it provides additional layer of authentication like OTP, fingerprint, and authentication application. These are multi-factor authentications. For example, like yeah, if attacker obtains your password, even then like if the application is MFA, then it can be protected. Another data security aspect is encryption. Encryption converts readable information into unreadable form. That is a simple definition, so that unauthorized people cannot easily understand it. So we should protect the data both at rest and when it is stored and in transit. When it is being transmitted through a network, we call it as transit. So even when it is at rest, at even at transit, protection is very important. So for that, the best practice that we can recommend is encryption. Another common best practice that is for data security, we know it is regular backups. So what is this regular backup? So data, it may be lost, that is because when there is a hardware failure or accidental deletion, or maybe if the systems are attacked with any viruses which are unprotected, like viruses which cannot be which cannot have antiviruses, something like that. So in such events, it is very important that the data should be backed up. So therefore we recommend one of the best practice as regular backup. And another practice is software updates and patches. So software vulnerabilities, we know, students, that it can be like exploited always by attackers. So therefore operating systems and applications, whatever we use, they should be regularly updated with security patches. So this is also one of the best data security practice. um, and another one is access control. So another important practice is role based access control. So every employee doesn't need access to every piece of information. So that is important point to be noted. So therefore, if accounts employee require financial records while another employee may require research data, so it's not necessary that every employee need access to every piece of information. So that is also like one of the best practice, where limiting the access. And another best practice is monitoring and awareness programs. um, Organizations always, or institutions, they should monitor the system logins to identify the unusual activities. So at the same time, employees should receive cybersecurity awareness training programs, because phishing is different. How weak passwords can have threat, or what happens if if we have access to unsafe links. So what are the consequences of all these things? They results in that insecure incidents. Awareness training on these things is very very important. And with this, like, we can conclude sensitive information should always be securely deposited off, and the employees follow the organization security policies. So these are the practices together will help the protected data throughout its life cycle. So these are the common best practices we generally suggest. Coming to a technology, network technology, that is security technology, it is virtual private network. So what is this virtual private network? It is a secure and encrypted connection. Virtual private network is a secured and encrypted connection. See, this is what is this connection? This connection is over a public network such as internet. For example, now how can we understand a VPN? Suppose employee is working from home and he wants to access the company's private network. So instead of directly communicating with the company through like unprotected connection, the employees will connect to VPN server. So what actually this VPN creates? So it creates a tunnel. As you see here, it creates a tunnel between the user device and the VPN server. So the data travels through this protected tunnel across the internet. So and coming to just understanding of how does a VPN works, the basic process is: first the user device connects to the VPN server. Second, the user or the device is like authenticated, and the third step is the data is encrypted and then sent through a tunnel or channel, we call it as. This is the process how a VPN works. If this is a process how the VPN works, we also can understand the types of VPNs. There are mainly different types of VPNs: remote access VPN, site to site VPN, internet VPN, and intranet VPN and extranet VPN. So what are these remote access VPN? A remote access VPN is it allows individual employees to securely connect to an organization's network. What is site to site VPN? Like, suppose if two different organizations having this and working under the same network, so such as like head office or branch office, so this VPN in that case establishes a secure communication. This is how the types of VPNs will work. Internet VPNs, we know that they provide secure access within organization. That is and one of the type is internet VPN. Extranet will allow the secure access to external partners through any private network. So coming to benefits and limitations, the major benefits of VPN are, we started with the definition that it has a remote access and protection of communication, especially over public networks. So therefore, the confidentiality will remain during, say, the data storage as well as transmission. However, coming to the limitations, VPN may reduce internet speed because the basic technology is like and through encryption and routing, the data transmission happens, and therefore it may reduce the internet speed. VPN does not automatically, no guarantee that it protects us from phishing or malware or something, because these threats, data security threats, are always there even for VPN. So VPN is only, like, we can conclude VPN is a part of complete security system. It is not alone one technology which protects the data. So this is a part of technology system. Thank you.